Hello, it's Debbie Bolton here, and I'm going to talk about my book, Collection of Meditations, Loch Edition Part 1. Now, Part 1 is all about the summer going into autumn season, and I'm going to be doing a Part 2. I did muse with doing 4 parts, but I'm going to do a Part 2 of the Loch Edition going from winter into spring. And then I've covered all 4 seasons in 2 different books. But that is not going to come out until most likely the summer of 2024, if not maybe the winter time, maybe early on that year. So, Loch Edition, if you have not read it, it's very similar to the Forest Edition, where it's all about the meditation starting. Every single meditation starts the same way with the same paragraph and finishes the same way as well, so your body gets used to the pattern of this is me going into a meditation and this is me coming back out of the meditation. But what's different about the Loch edition to the Forest edition? The Forest edition was all about a different topic or a different thought every single meditation, where, or maybe like more like a concept like renewal or remembrance or energy, where the Loch edition is all about different aspects and different things that you would see walking around a loch. Now, this is based on my real life experiences of walking around a loch during those times of the year. So this is summer into autumn. So they feel a bit more practical. So one is, okay, the most non-practical one, a life meditation. But berries meditation, there are so many different types of berries around this loch that I walk around, and no doubt if you go around lochs near, or if or lakes maybe near where you live, you will also find many different berries. Or here's another one, Saturday morning meditation. Saturday mornings around this loch near where I live is absolutely full of life. All of a sudden people come out of nowhere to use this loch to walk around, and not just walk around. There's a rugby club right next to it, a cricket club right next to it with many different fields. More, the rugby club has many different fields. And there's also a running club that goes there every Saturday to run around the loch. There is a boat house, so people can use their own remote control boats, and they can use that on the loch, or they can get into a canoe or a sailing boat. And that's before I start talking about how many people actually are just walking, having maybe not a lazy Saturday morning, but maybe just a Saturday morning walking around the loch with their pet dogs, or maybe just walking around the loch with their families. The loch just becomes alive for me on a Saturday morning. All of a sudden I see nobody. I might see a handful of people during the week, but on a Saturday morning it's like every day, all the time, see so many people. So the Saturday morning meditation in this book is more about the busyness of life and just observing what others are doing, because they are also possibly at that point working on their passion or something that they love in life that they've been waiting all week to take part in. So this book, Collection of Meditations, Loch Edition Part 1, is available to buy. You can buy it off of Amazon. You can get it in paperback like this, or you can get it in hardback. You can also go to a shop called Nematona in Montrose, and they are selling them. So they have an entire shelf of my books. It's amazing to walk in and see this glass shelf, which is all my books that are sitting there. So have a look. You can also get it on Kindle. My husband absolutely loves buying all my books on Kindle because he likes to think he's got it all in one place. So I know he's got it all in one place. So I'm going to come out with part two. The book that I am currently working on, the next collection of meditations, is coffee shop meditations, and this one's a slightly different. I'm going into a lot of people don't realize that, no, maybe a lot of people realize there's lots of different types of ways to meditate, and one of them is mindfulness, and one of them is just being in the moment. And when you're in the moment, you're not thinking about the future, you're not thinking about the past, you're just there experiencing the moment. There is no worry, there is no stress, you're just sitting with your emotions, and in the coffee shop, most likely with a coffee. Now, if you don't drink coffee, think of it with a cup of tea, maybe a bottle of water, and you might have it with oat milk or soy milk or something like that. Personally, I like a black coffee as strong as possible with no milk in it at all, regardless. So I like to, the more bitter it is, the more taste it has for me. I love a deep, dark Colombian coffee. That's one of my favourites. And so I will sit and I will meditate in a coffee shop, just tasting the coffee, drinking it, and sometimes just looking out the windows and watching life go by, because I'm being in the moment, just watching what other people are doing. So that's my next book that I am working on. If you like what you hear, please get in contact with me. We can go for a coffee in the coffee shop, and I'll even pop you in my book as well to say I met so and so at a coffee shop. So there we go. That's collection of meditations. Loch edition part one. I also have collection of meditations forest edition, and I also have an annual prompted journal out. Great thing about the annual prompted journal, doesn't have a specific day of the week, it's just got a date, so you can start it at any date of the year. So it's an undated one, so it doesn't say 2022 in it or 2023. You can just start it on your birthday, for example, and then carry it on until you've done the full year. As always, keep rocking your awesomeness, and I will see you in the next video.